I wanted to share with y'all a new scam they got going on Facebook Marketplace that they just figured out, or I just ran across. I almost got scammed. So, for those of you who don't know, there's lots of ways to get scammed on Marketplace. Typically, if you see the price of something and it's like way too good to be true, then it's a scam. Another thing you can do is, if the price seems legit, look up the seller. If it's a newly created Facebook profile, it's a scam. I wouldn't waste my time with it. Another thing is, if you start talking to the person and it's real broken English, like you're talking to one of those Indian people overseas, for like tech support and stuff, the scam callers, then it's fake. So I've been trying to find a dump trailer for a long time now, about 8 months, almost a year, and I've contacted lots of people, and it's been a while. It's been a while I've been fighting this. And Tuesday, I thought I legit got a hold of somebody. I mean, the price was, where it should be for what it was. And, it had a Facebook profile that had been around for a long time. Lots of pictures and posts and everything. And, the person talking to me supposedly was a woman, and she was helping her husband. He's got a business, and so she's trying to help him sell it while he's at work. Yada yada yada. I mean, I talked to these people for a while, and got lots of pictures. I mean, it definitely passed the sniff test. You know what I mean? It's like, there's certain things that immediately will throw you off and be like, nah, this is fake, this is a scam. But this didn't have that. So what ended up happening was, I was in communication with this person for a while, and we agreed on the price, and then we agreed it was away from me. It's down in Orlando. It's going to take me a little bit over 2 hours to go get this thing, but that's fine. Sometimes you gotta drive where the deals are. So we agreed on everything, and I'm like, okay, I got to go to the bank, got to get things in order. I told them, give me 3 hours and I can be there. Okay, everything's fine. So I'm at the bank and getting everything done, and that takes a while. That takes a while to get done. And right as I'm entering hour number 3, like I told the people, give me 3 hours and I'll be on my way. All of a sudden I get this text message from them. And they're like, hey, I'm getting a lot of messages about this trailer. If you want me to hold it for you, you're going to have to give me a $500 deposit. And I'm like, whoa, what are you talking about? I mean, we've been talking all morning. I've been in full communication with you. What I'm doing. And I'm literally probably 10 minutes away from having cash in hand to come buy this thing. Why are you even talking to anybody else? It doesn't make any sense to me. I have to go through a lot of effort to get a hold of this money. And just didn't make sense. So I was at that point, I was pissed off at him. I'm like, well, why are you even talking to anybody else? We already agreed. It's not like I asked you to hold on to it for me, till the end of the week or something, or the next day. I just asked you to give me a few hours to get things in order and be on my way to you. I mean, you live over 2 hours away from me. I already had their address and everything. So, I'm pissed, and I'm like, Well, you know what? I'm not going to give you 500. I'll give you 200 bucks. That should be more than enough to show you that I'm serious. I'm not wasting your time, because I do understand. I've sold things on Facebook before, and nothing will piss you off more than somebody who's talking to you and tells you they're serious, and you hold off and you miss out on a sale because this person who was serious, well, they didn't show up. So I do understand that, but 500 bucks, that's too much, you know? If I send you 200 bucks, that ought to be plenty enough to show you that I'm serious, I'm on my way. So I'm like, okay, I'll PayPal you the money, because I use PayPal for things, because if something happens, PayPal will help you get your money back. All right? That's why I use PayPal. So then they're like, no, I don't have PayPal. I use Zelle. And I'm like, I don't want to Zelle you the money, because anybody who's used Zelle, you know, it's got a disclaimer right before you send anybody money that it tells you, make sure you know and trust the person that you're sending this to, because once you send this transaction, it's a wire transfer. It's electronic wire transfer. It's not reversible. You can't put a stop payment on it like you can a check or something, you know. So they tell you that. And I'm like, you know, I'm not really comfortable with doing this. And they're like, well, can't guarantee you when you get here that it'll still be here. So I'm like, whatever, you know, I'm pissed off. So I go to send them the payment, and their Zelle account is locked, doesn't work. I screenshot it to them. Well, let me back up for a minute. So I wasn't easy about sending the Zelle payment, and I said a prayer, and I'm like, Lord, you know, if there's something fishy going on here, please put a stop to it. Don't let it happen, right? So then, like I said, I sent the Zelle payment, and it didn't go through. Something wrong with the account. So now here's the part where, you know, they're like getting really good, these scammers, because like I said, I checked out the profile and everything, and it was legit. You know, it didn't seem like a scammer profile. All I can figure is they must have hacked these people's profile, and that's how they had control over it and were communicating and stuff. So then she says, well, can you send it to my daughter's Facebook or Zelle account? So I looked it up. I mean, she had a daughter, you know, and I'm like, all right, this is the last time I'm gonna try this. You know, I'll give it a shot. And again, Lord, hey, if there's something wrong with this, please let it not work. And sure enough, I tried to send it to the other Zelle account, and it was blocked. Did not work. Now, there's nothing wrong with my Zelle. I know my Zelle works fine. I even tested it. I sent my wife $1 just to see if it worked. There's nothing wrong with it. So at that point, I'm like, hey, this is you guys are a scam. This is a scam, ain't it? Oh, no, I'm not a scam. So I started, you know, while they're running their mouth, I started digging farther into it. So I took all the pictures that they sent me of the trailer, and I started looking in the background to see what I could see. There was a house there. It was blue in color. So then I went to Google Earth, and I pulled up their address that they sent me, and it didn't match. What they sent me was a picture of a blue house, had a backyard, and that's what the trailer was in. And the address they sent me was of a duplex that was tan in color with no backyard. Had 2 small driveways, you know, 2 garages, typical duplex. There's not much of a yard. So that's whenever I busted them, right? And I told them, I said, you're a scam artist, you're full of crap. I just Google Earthed your address you sent me, told me this is where the trailer's at, and it doesn't match the photos you just sent me. They didn't even answer anymore after that. They blocked me. Then I went back to Facebook Marketplace and the post was pulled down and removed. So that's how quick they shut it down after I exposed them. But I just want to let y'all know, sorry, I know it's a 10-minute video, but I had to explain it, that Facebook Marketplace scammers are getting better. And all I can think of is now, because I ain't never heard about this before, them wanting you to send a deposit to hold it. You know, maybe it's been a while since I bought something on Marketplace. Maybe they've been doing this for a bit and I'm just finding out. I don't know. But I wanted to share it with y'all. You know, because to me, there's no reason why, if you're talking with a normal person and you've communicated and you're in agreement about everything and you're coming to get it at this certain time and everything, there's no reason a couple hours later to be like, oh, hey, I want you to send me a deposit to hold it. I would say if they do that, especially if they want you to send it through Zelle, no, that's a scam. Back out of it. Just be done. Only way I would send anybody any money is through PayPal, because at least if they scam you, you can open up a dispute in PayPal, and most of the time, I would say 9 times out of 10, PayPal gives you your money back. So that's it, guys. Just wanted to share with you what happened to me. I haven't been scammed in many years on Facebook because I know how to spot them out. This one threw me for a loop. So be careful out there, y'all. All right. Be blessed.